In the win column, in shutout fashion, great pitching. How satisfying is a win like this right now?
Yeah, it's exactly what you're looking for. Joe Ryan, excellent start. We talk about him just attacking them with good pitches in the zone. He had everything working well today. He did his job very, very well. Our bullpen that came in after him was lights out. It's a great formula. Doesn't get much better than that. We got some hits when we needed them. You know, you get Buxton out there, you get Willie Castro with a really nice at bat. Cody Clemens, hits one really good to left center field. That's a great swing, by the way. It's not easy to hit a ball that hard to the opposite gap and get it out of the ballpark. But a lot to like right now. A lot to like in tonight's game.
And what did you just see from the guys on the bench? You know, when offense is a little hard to come by in terms of the focus and not, it wasn't the cleanest game defensively, but just staying in it the way that they did tonight. Yeah,
competed very well. And when we had the opportunities, we kind of made those opportunities ourselves. Buck gets out there, he gets on base. He goes on the ground ball and he ends up on second. So we get a guy in scoring position. Willie Castro has a really good at bat and brings him home. That was a heck of an at bat. He fought very hard. He looked for a lot of different pitches. I'm sure he fouled pitches off. He did a heck of a job right there, and then whacks one to right and gets us on the board. You got to get on the board. You got to score a run before you can score more. So we had that, and then Cody pads us a little bit. It was good. It was again, we talk about pitching leading the way a lot of the time, and our pitchers did lead the way tonight, but our position players backed them up and found a way.
Joe being able to pitch out of the 2 innings where there were errors behind him hasn't always happened in this latest stretch. How big of a lift did that give you guys on the bench?
Yeah, it's huge, and we were talking about it on the bench too. And to be able to just lock in on, we talked about it, what he can control. What can Joe control right there? He can just keep making good pitches, and sometimes there are going to be errors. Sometimes you're going to have to pitch around things. He didn't look frazzled in any way. He just looked very relaxed, and he just kept doing a good job. He made a lot of good pitches. The stuff was good. It didn't really change throughout the game. It looked just solid throughout.
I know you don't want a guy to try to do too much, but do you get the impression maybe Joe kind of relishes the opportunity to kind of go out and beat a guy and be a stopper and kind of give that kind of performance?
Yeah, I think he likes being the man, and I think he likes having the ball in his hands. I think that always holds true, but the way he approached his outing today, the way that he was so composed, but also pretty electric with the way he threw the ball was just very impressive. Beginning to end. Looked strong. I don't know what he finished with, but 90-something pitches, and by the end of it, he still looked really, really good. It's just what you want to see. And Joe's always good for us, but we needed that one in some ways, and he gave it to us.
Do you see more power from Cody than you guys maybe anticipated when he was claimed off waivers?
Well, he's obviously hit some homers. He had a lot of good swings, hit the ball hard. But I think profile-wise, what we knew about him, I think this is what we knew he could do. We knew he could hit the ball hard. We knew he could, he's a guy that could grab you some extra base hits and pop some homers and things like that. He'll be aggressive in the batter's box. He's not afraid. He's not going to stand there and just watch tons of pitches go by him. He's going to be ready to hit. He knows what he's looking for, and he's going to try to attack it. So the actual strength and the fact that he's hitting the ball hard that's something that we knew was in there, and that he's done in the past. And he's done it at AAA a fair amount. He's been a pretty productive player there, and he was just looking for some opportunities for some major league at bats, and he's making the most of them.